Right, we're here at the Synthfest 2019 and I'm here with Tom J. Carpenter from Analogue Solutions. Tom, how are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Listen, it's the first time I've been to a Synthfest myself, and Tom, tell us all about, let's jump straight to this is like your legacy, this is your big one that you've just released. What's it called, and tell us more.
It's called COLOSSUS. It's a very large analog synthesizer. And the idea was something that looked and performed like something from the 70s. So it's a proper, looks like a piece of sound lab equipment, beige front panels, wood, chunky knobs, you know, authentic analog circuitry, 70s era. You know, no MIDI or USB or any of those kind of things, no presets and...
CV gate?
All CV in gate, yeah.
So no MIDI or anything like that. So no USB and none of that stuff.
No. This is, you know, almost like it's been teleported from the 70s, but with parts that are in production. So you know, it's fixable should something happen and can be serviced, and there's no fear that it's going to break down and that's it because the parts are gone.
This is your approach was to do it the way things were done, as in. You're not against technology, of course not, but it's just being really authentic to the way things used to work and paying homage to the real beasts of synthesizers.
Yeah, it's not an anti-digital protest, and I'm not anti that. I use it myself. You know, I use Logic and Final Cut Pro and all the rest of it, like everybody else. But I also own a lot of analog synths. I design analog synths. And it's just what I love, and you know, I wanted it to be like a 1970s synth in performance, but just as a kind of work of art, you know, that you could have as a centerpiece, not necessarily even in your studio. It could just be in your, you know, nice modern contemporary home, your steel box with grey window frames, and then have this beautiful thing in your living room.
Well, it does look beautiful. Lloyd, if you can just get a... As I say, I mean, I'm looking at it and I wouldn't even know where to start with it. It just looks amazing, and it would be nice to sort of hear it in a sort of like a soundproof room. But yeah. Listen, Tom, there's so much more we can talk about. Yeah. Guys, Tom is also a member of my YouTube channel and the Facebook group, so you know, do reach out and say hi to him there. Tom, we want to names drop a little bit here, because guys, what I want to just say is, and I don't want to get all fanboy with Tom here, is that it's not often you actually meet someone who actually builds these things from scratch. And I must mention that Tom actually does that. He builds these things, he designs them, he writes the manuals, he does everything from scratch. And it's, you know, and to me as a geek and a synthesizer lover, this is a remarkable achievement. But let's get on to some of the names dropping here, Tom. I don't want to embarrass you. Tell us some of the people who have used your synthesizers and purchased your synthesizers.
Oh, okay. I usually remember them in order of what I listen to. So
not order of importance.
Not necessarily, no, but it's important to me, I guess. So we've got Martin Gore, Human League, Vince Clarke, Daniel Miller, Trent Reznor, New Order. My mind goes blank. I've actually kept a list, which dates. The list started in the 90s, because I've been going 25 years, and there's all the stuff back then. You know, kind of your Fatboy Slims and various people from the 90s, kind of right up to 80s stars that are going today. Obviously, like Depeche Mode. There's a whole bunch of modern era musicians who, because it's not what I'm into, I tend not to know who they are till after they've bought it. There's a list on the site, but the ones I always remember that are all the mute people.
I see. And actually, just talking on the Human League, I saw Mr. Phil Oakey just walked in through the door there, and there's a few people crowding around, so I'm sure he'd want to see this.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'm fortunate to have been to their studio a couple of times. They tend not to buy modern analog. Their studio is just all 80s, 70s stuff. It's very beautiful. It's all in sections. So one section is all the Korg MS synths, and then there's another wall which is Roland SH synths, and then Yamaha CS. Yeah, it's a great place.
Well, Tom, just coming back onto the Colossus, because I know this is kind of like your opus magnum. This is like would you say this is the thing that your pinnacle of your achievement?
Yes, I confess I'm already thinking what could I do next, but I am thinking several years down the line when I've fulfilled the back orders.
Well, listen, are you at liberty to say any names that have actually been interested in this at the moment?
I'm not going to do that, because I think I'd rather have the money in the bank.
Got you.
Because it's just, until the money's in the bank, they're just inquiries. But, you know, there's been healthy sales, far exceeded expectations. There's a few household names in there. And like I was saying earlier, I haven't even had to open my celebrity contact book yet.
That's great.
But there are a few that I will contact. But there are quite a few that perhaps only use the original vintage stuff that they've got, or just aren't buying anymore. You know, they've got over the gear lust a bit, got it under control. But I will tempt them. Absolutely. When I get the official videos done, and I'll be tempting them. I'm sure. And as I say, I can't wait to get a demonstration of this. Your website, Tom, it's analogsolutions.com? That's right, yeah, analogsolutions.com. There's a kind of minimal information about Colossus on there, but after the show, next week I'll be taking all the press photos for it and updating the galleries, and I'm going to be working on the videos and all that business. But of course, we've got all the other stuff on there. And all my gear is influenced by my love of bands like Depeche Mode. This is why I do it. So when I design a lot of my gear, it's based around doing that sort of music.
Absolutely, because Simon and I recently just did a little demo with you, the limited edition Violator. Yeah. Was it the Telemark? That's right, yes.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, Telemark Violator front panel, yeah.
Tom, there's so much, and as I say, later on we're going to get you on, guys. We're going to do a separate series where Tom's going to be a special guest. Tom and Simon, we're going to be talking about Depeche Mode and all the synthesizers that they used, you know, from their inception right through to the current day. And there's no better people to talk to about that than Tom and Simon, because, you know, these guys are the gurus. I mean, at the end of the day, who could be more of a guru than a person who designs and builds synthesizers himself?
Well, yeah, it gives a different insight or different point of view to this gear, yeah.
Tom, I just want to thank you so much for your time. I'm going to have a walk around, and we might have a chat with you. Well, definitely going to have a chat with you later. As I say, this is absolutely, it's blown my mind just the way it looks, and from what I heard so far, it's incredible. I want to congratulate you, mate, and say, guys, if you want to get in touch with Tom, it's analogsolutions.com, and get in touch with Tom. He's a really approachable guy. And we're going to be seeing him a lot more on my channel soon. Tom, thank you so much for your time, mate.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.